And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with Keith Fusel. A big Friday to get to, but let's recap Thanksgiving Day. Yesterday, we had a huge monster crowd out here for the annual holiday tradition here at Laurel Park. It was the 31st annual pie giveaway. A big crowd. They came out here early for the early bird special, the free donuts, the free coffee. They stayed for the pies with a big handle. The handle was up over last year's handle with one less race and a combined 36 less horses from last year. Handle was still up, so we appreciate all the fans and players coming out supporting the Thanksgiving Day tradition here at Laurel Park. We'll get to the winner of the last race, Let's Play 9, who was lights out. Debut winner for Trombetta, but before that, how about the early pick 5? We had nice price after nice price win.
Sure.
The favorites kept getting beat, and he had a $10,000 early pick 5 yesterday.
Yeah, and we talked about it on the show. I really couldn't unearth a big price. Had a few winners along the way, and we talked about some of those horses that paid all right prices. They weren't like glaring. They weren't $40 and $50 winners, but you said it exactly, correct on the show in the morning. You said, hey, you stringing together a couple 5, 6 to 1 shots, throw in a 3 to 1. You're looking at, some payouts that can upwards in 4 and 5,000. We've had some monster payouts in our early pick 5, our late pick 5, and it held true yesterday. And looking at it, Mike the Tiger was havable. Second race when our star we talked about was havable.
That was a nice
Leave you
job
with a
there by
smile.
Tim.
With about $8. Group Tex was probably the stranger.
Carlos Mencia had a 2-win day yesterday.
How about a Thanksgiving for him?
Yeah, Carlos Mencia, yeah.
Two
Big
winners,
day.
a second. I mean, maybe they were the ones. Hopefully, the connections took down the big the payouts. And how about the middle pick 4, Stan? 10,000.
All right.
So
some nice big payouts yesterday on Thanksgiving Day. How about the last race winner, the first-time starter in the finale yesterday for Mike Trombetta? Let's Play 9, owned by Country Life Farm, a 3-year-old by Super 99. He whistled under Trevor McCarthy, who had a 2-win day. What's the buyer report on Let's Play 9, that impressive debut winner yesterday?
Early one is in 85.
Okay.
Legit, strong. Little anxious moment there at the break. Horse broke a step slow, was able to find a seam in between horses in the first 50 or 60 yards and just kind of drug Trevor to the lead. He was able to dictate it around the turn, and boy, when he said let's go at the 3/16, it was all she wrote, widening by 10 and change in a sharp time. So the future certainly looks bright. That was by Super 99.
Yep.
They hit it a really good percentage, and that mare now 4 of 7 with first-time starters.
All right, that's right. You talked
pretty
about it
strong.
yesterday on the early show. All right, so that was all yesterday. Let's get right to it today. It's Guys' Day out here today at Laurel Park. We're going to have a monster day. The gates open. The gates are already open. The Guys' Day out, all those promotions start at 12 noon. We're going to have some bourbon, beer, burgers, cigars, prize packages, including you can win tickets for next year's Preakness and Black Eyed Susan Day. You can win those tickets right here today at Laurel Park. Go to laurelpark.com/guysdayout for more information about all the promotions today. And also you can make some money today, guys. It's also Stronach 5 Day, the popular national wager with that guaranteed $100,000 pool, industry low, 12% takeout. The Stronach 5 paid $11,000 last Friday. Gulfstream Park back in the mix today. It's opening day of the big championship meet down there at Gulfstream Park today. That means the best horses, the best trainers, the best jockeys, the best connections overall in the whole world. The whole racing world is focused on South Florida right now for the big championship meet, and they're going to have races 9 and 10 to wrap up the Stronach 5. But it's going to start once again right here, Laurel Park, race 8, Chicken Dinner, my top pick in Laurel Park, race 8. That's at 3:52 Eastern Time. And then Laurel Park, and then Golden Gate Fields, race 2. And then Laurel Park, race 9, leg C. That's going to be my single. I like the one Silent Fluidity for Cal Lynch in the in leg C of the Stronach 5 today. We'll talk more about that when we get to races 8 and 9 today.
Okay, and surely if we've got some new fans out here, I'm sure this afternoon for the Guys' Day out.
Right.
Pay attention. You see the board. You're gonna see that Stronach 5 up on the board in the pool as it grows. So if you have any questions, ask one of the bettors around, go to the information window, get information on the Stronach 5. You might really be enticed by this wager and the possible payouts.
All right, I do have a ticket. You can check it out. Okay, there it is. $64 play. I like Chicken Dinner, the 4 in the opener, but the Frock Horse, the 3's a user. The 2-5 at Golden Gate, and there's my single, Laurel Park Race 9, the 1 Silent Fluidity, the Cal Lynch favorite. The Gulfstream Park races are tough. Two big fields going long on the turf. I'm 4 deep in both those races. Hopefully I can get a little price there. So there's my ticket, $64 play for the Stronach 5. You can study that some more online. All of our tickets and picks for today and tomorrow, they're on the website, laurelpark.com. underneath the handicapping section. So that's Stronach 5 today. Tomorrow's going to be a big monster Super Saturday. We have 4 stake races. Well, let's check out the carryover. I'm looking at the wrong rundown. Carryover for the Pick 6 today is nice, over 5,600. That's going to start race 4 today on the 9-race program. Ashley Mayu has a ticket for the Pick 6. We'll show you that when we get to race 4. Tomorrow is the big Super Stake Saturday here at Laurel Park. We're going to have 4 Saturday, count them up, $400,000 stakes tomorrow. We're going to have the Stallion Showcase starting early tomorrow morning, starting at 8 o'clock. You're going to have a couple Grade 1 winning Stallions here tomorrow. Imagining and Force to Pass are going to be live here in flesh at Laurel Park tomorrow. And then Stallion representatives from all the breeding and stallion farms in Maryland are going to be here tomorrow. Great Stallion Showcase program they have set up for tomorrow morning. And there's the races for the afternoon. My best bet of the day comes in race 4, the Force the Pass City of Laurel, $100,000 stake for 3-year-olds going 7/8. I like the Horacio de Paz Curlin 3-year-old in there. Admonson with one of your leading riders, Alex Centron aboard.
Yeah, it looks awfully quick, isn't he? And, he's going to have to deal, I believe, with the Chad Brown shipper, Honest Mischief. Those two will take a majority of the play. I give an edge at the windows. Honest Mischief, I think, will be a solid favorite, I believe. And, it's easy to get confused here, Stan. We got so much action going on, so many promotions and such. But just like yesterday, you had a great overall crowd, and they got to see – what's been going on here at the Maryland Jockey Club. Introduce a lot of new fans, introduce them to the racing, to gambling, to see the options you have to, bet a little and possibly make a lot in this great game that we try to, attack each and every day.
Yep. All right. So we have some picks and some tickets for today, hopefully some winning tickets. Let's I got rundowns all over the place here. Family Day. The weekend's not done after tomorrow. It's Family Day with the pony races on Sunday. All right, so learn more about that on the website, laurelpark.com. Gates open 11 o'clock for the pony races this Sunday. Let's show you a picture of the main track.
Okay.
Let's get right to it today. Main track, we're going to have some nice, clear, cool, crisp fall weather today. Main track will be fast. I thought it was a perfect, fair playing track yesterday.
It was. You saw maybe the early few races, Stan. We had closers, and the closing in, inside, outside, it didn't really matter. And then you had the speed. So all in all, you take a look over, pretty fair all the way through.
All right, so let's get right to it here. You saw the conditions. Did we show the conditions?
Yeah.
What's the weather today, guys? And we showed it already. I missed it. All right.
Chilly.
We showed what's the 40s? 48. All right, 48 degrees. All right, let's get right to it here. Race 1's going to kick off that popular early pick 5. Industry low, 12% takeouts, a mandatory payout on this early pick 5. It paid $10,000 yesterday. Let's see if I can give you a winning pick 5 today. I have a couple $48 tickets for the pick 5s here at Laurel. My Stronach 5's a $64 play. Here's my early pick 5 ticket. I can't come up with a single on the early pick 5. It's a $48 play. I go 4 deep here in the opener. The 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I can get a little price here in race 1, and then I just kind of dink and dunk. The rest of the way home. My price play here on this early pick 5 comes in race 4. I like the 7 on top there. Gallinor, 4-1. Sheldon Russell aboard for Phil Schoenthal. So maybe I can get a $10 winner home there with the 7 Gallinor in race 4. I go 4-7 in there. The Crossing the Valley is going to be the favorite. And I go 3 deep there in the 5th race. You can study that ticket and all of our tickets online, laurelpark.com. underneath the handicapping section. Let's get right to it here. Race 1, we're going a mile in a 16th, claiming 10,003 and up. Never won 3 lifetime or straight 3-year-olds. We're all over the place.
We're all
here.
over the map.
I have the 2 on top here. 8-5 favorite, Celtic Treasure for Hugh McMahon. Jevion Toledo will ride his 3-year-old by Treasure. Beats a sharp win last out at Penn National, 16,003 life. Going long, got a respectable 69 buyer speed figure up there. You would have to think these connections are going to be aggressive from the 2-hole and try to use the early speed, maybe get right to the front. But the 1 Sapphire Shilling has some early speed as well. You like the 2 a little bit. You have it in the exact.
Yeah, I think you're going to use this horse, Joseph Biesecker. If you want this one, go get it. I think I saw this one in the catalog, a huge dispersal going on in a couple weeks at Timonium of all his horses, or a lot of them, I guess the majority of the horses. So, aggressively spotted here, right in for the 10. Claim way back for 40. Looks like the speed. Sapphire Shilling, I want to see a little bit more proven dirt form on him. I know off the claim, Kieran is awfully dangerous and draws inside. I think these two may get engaged in a little bit of a tussle down the backside into the far turn. And, hey, it's Carlos Mencia's world right now. We're just living in it. And Lucid Dream, why not? Had a good trip. Let's show the video of November 3rd because he and Nick Papagiorgio come out of the same race. And we can watch both of them. First of all, Nick Papagiorgio lays a little bit about 3 wide. Lucid Dream was up pressing the pace in between horses in the purple cap. And these two kind of emerge in a little bit of a battle into the stretch. Nick Papagiorgio is going to go ahead and get the lead, go clear, win 4 wide, come up a little bit short. Tachyon, though, did come back to go ahead and win a 4 in life with a pretty good performance up at Penn National. But the key with Lucid Dream there, I don't know if I really like him pressing, Stan. I don't know. I think he can sit a little bit further back, as evidenced by that race August the 10th at Laurel when he won going away in that 2 in life for 16 down to 14. She's still a little bit pretty willing to the wire. Hey, why not at a little bit of a price? You're going to get 8-1, 6-1 in a shorter field. I'm hoping a duel develops, and maybe he can be the beneficiary.
Well, you get the hot barn, Carlos Mencia with 2 wins yesterday. You get a live rider, Kevin Gomez, in both the wins yesterday for Carlos for this owner, Michael Shaffrey. So you'll get a nice price there on the 5 Lucid Dream. We showed you the video there, Nick Papagiorgio. We like we both like the 2, 3, 4 here.
Yeah.
Then I don't use the 5, but you don't use the 1 Sapphire Shilling for Kieran's going to take play first off the claim. Good, like you said, good synthetic form.
Yeah.
But 0-4 on the main track.
Yeah, he's going to have to bring a little bit of improvement. Not saying he can't. Okay, not saying he can. He's got a couple good races on the go back on the dirt. He's shown he can come from just off of it as well. Interesting little tactics here going to go on probably through the opening 3/8 of a mile with this race. But I got to take a little shot at a price.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 2 is going to kick off the early pick 4. We're going a flat mile, claiming 16,003 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. You have the 1 on top. Let's start right there. Sassy King. You have a stat here for trainer Anthony Ferrier. You found for Sassy King. Here it is.
Had to be nice to Anthony Ferrier. He was upset with me on the line I put on his horse for the stake. And I said, hey, the horse of Chad Brown's going to take a lot of play.
Trainers need to train, and odds makers do odds, and handicappers pick races. Trainers have way too much to do to be paying attention to the morning line.
No, and I said, it's the public perception. It's not that I don't like the horse. But here, how about this little stat, though, for Tony Ferrier? He's had a little bit of a roll going right now. Last 2 years on the dirt, though, 4 for 12, 33%, 8 for 12 in the money. On a jump up, Stan, the 50% tag jump. Look at that ROI, 444. They claimed this horse for 10 down at Churchill. Up to 25, nothing, just flat. Dropped again, back down to the 5. Aggressive move, just missed a Major Flirt. Well, Major Flirt's come back, and he won again off the claim with a good number of 67 the other day. Sassy King, shorter field. I think will make a gradual progression, get within striking distance by the time they hit the top of the stretch and wear down the speeds in here. I'll take Sheldon and Tony Ferrier.
All right, so I use the horse in the exact. That's one of the perks of being in this indoor studio.
Yeah.
Other end of the building from the paddock, you don't have to listen to any noise.
Hey, I welcome the abuse. I don't mind
people.
it. I love it.
All right, so we both like Sassy King. The 6 here, Top Me Off for Tim Keefe. Tim Keefe barn with a nice win yesterday with Our Star. Forest Boyce rides his 4-year-old son of Curlin. And this horse getting a little class relief today. Last 3 races haven't been very good, but they've been against tougher. Hopefully the drop today can wake this horse up. Our Star was dropping yesterday and got back in good form. So that's what Keefe's hoping here with Top Me Off.
Yeah, interesting. I'm assuming he'll probably go right to the front or just off of it. A little excuse last time with breaking a slow. There's horses, that was a big price exacta that day. Can't pass up. Going to lead was been awfully game on the front. He may have to deal with the 2 Curlin's night. Did Engelhardt just squeeze enough out of this horse? He reached in, Harold Weiner did for 16. Up to the 40. That was just too much. But coming down anywhere that mid-60 numbers, I guess you've got to fear Curlin's Knight on the front end to join up with Top Me Off. But I think Sassy Knight's going to be lurking and closing in here. Biz Nasty stretches out off a little layoff. This horse needs to rake a little bit better. He looks like kind of like a one-run sprinter, but I've seen this move before from Claudio. They just keep going. So this horse will be probably getting a stalking trip if it breaks well today.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 3, we're going a mile. Maiden claiming 10,000. Filly mares 3 and up here in the 3rd race. We start the rolling super high 5 here. It's a low 15% takeout for the super high 5. We have it every race with 7 or more horses, so keep your eye on that throughout the day. Starts in race 3. We're going a mile. Maiden 10. Filly mares here. The 8, my top pick, Thirsty again. We both have the favorite on top. 2-1 morning line. Avery Wisman rides this 3-year-old filly by Stay Thirsty for Dale Capuano. She ran a decent race last February, going a mile against Maiden 16,000. Dale claimed her that day, had to give her a long break. She came back early November, maybe needed a race. That was against Tougher. Yeah. She was in for the waiver. That was against Maiden 16, and it looks like she just needed a race. So now she drops, second off the layoff. The same bug stays aboard, and Dale catches the right kind of group to get this filly's confidence up.
I know the number might be lacking off the return, but look how quick they went early in that race. And Fairy Wish, a big improvement in numbers, went up to a 61 when winning next time out. Thirsty again draws outside in the clear at this mile distance. They went fast early. I think it's just go ahead and send Avery. I think you can kind of control it on the front end. 8-3-7-1 for me. Not a ton to get excited in here. Thirsty again, boy, if she doesn't get it done here, I don't know when she will.
Right. All right, so we like the same 4 there in the 3rd. Race 4, lots of action here in the 4th. We kick off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 here in race 4. Nice carryover. We had a live single for, 13,000 yesterday in the last race. There's the carryover today, over 5,600. It was well played. They bet almost 10,000 into it yesterday. It's going to be well played today. There'll be a live single for around 12,000, 15,000 going into the last leg. Let's see how Ashley Mayu plays the Rainbow Pick 6 today. There's her ticket, very affordable, $28.80 play. She's 3 deep here in race 4 with the 4-6-7. Her single comes in race 7. She singles on the 2, Jazzy Jutter for trainer Mike Gorham. Leading rider Sheldon Russell rides that 6-year-old mare. She's a 2-time winner at Laurel Park. I have her on top, the 2, Jazzy Jutter in race 7. So I like Ashley's single there on the pick 6. You can study her ticket some more, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section, also race 4 kicks off the middle pick 4. What'd you say the middle pick 4 paid yesterday? 10,000?
Yeah.
All right, well, you're going after it today. You're 5 deep here to kick it off in race 4.
Yeah, my price user in here will be the 2, Sybil's Prophecy, 2 for 5, 6, 7. And looking at Ashley's tickets, I think we're pretty much close on a lot of those. I think her ticket's great, $28.80 and a strong base. I mean, if you want to go one more in that race where she's got a single, but I like that ticket at first glance. So I'm going to go 5. You spread a little bit deeper here in race 4. 5th race with the 4 and the 5. I wish I could maybe go one more in there. 6th race, the 7 and the 9. 'Cause I'm Edgy, 3 Hawk. They look like the 2 for me. If you want to throw in a price, go with the 3. There's gold. 7th race. I like the 2, Jazzy Juder. Price horse is going to be the 6, Wee Money Creek, and the 8, Fender Baby, your morning line fave at 9-5, I think, is a user in race number 7. $30, yeah. How about that? And it's not like we had like a $50 or $60 horse stand.
Right.
Yeah, you had one maybe little stranger.
Group tax.
Yeah, the rest of them, were kind of makeable. Yeah.
All right, well, let's dive into it here today. Race 4 starts the middle pick 4, the Rainbow pick 6. We're going 7 furlongs, claiming 5,000. Filly and mares 3 and up, never won 2 lifetime. Let's start with the 7, my top pick here. 4-1 on Gallinor. She's dropped to the 10,000 level last out. She rallied to finish 5th, only beaten 4.5. She ran okay, and now she drops to the nickel level today. Sheldon Russell stays aboard for Phil Schoenthal. She's going to be coming from off the pace. Closers did well yesterday. I think the 7 Gallinor finds the right level today. 3-year-old daughter of Redeemed has won here before at Laurel Park, and I think she's in a good spot today. You have her in the exacta as well.
Yeah, and I think she's going to not mind the flow up top if the 2 and the 4 do what I think they may do. And the 6 and the 7, similar trips last time. A little trouble for Conquest Hard Cherry. Maybe we kind of forced to change tactics, and it worked out okay. She was willingly to the wire. I picked up Gallinor late in that comment. She was kind of zigzagging, working back down to the inside, and she turned on pretty willingly. So the extra furlong, or extra, I should say half a furlong, might work to her benefit in here. And Sybil's Prophecy is also out of that race on November 21st. It was a big gaudy field of 11. You know, you can see where the 6 and 7 maybe got lost in the shuffle early, Stan. Sybil's Prophecy had to really kind of work hard early, got the lead. Internals were strong, 22-3, 46-3, compared to Crossing the Valley on that same day going 6. Something's a little bit easier up front. They both had to rail. Inside was pretty good that day. I think Sybil's Prophecy can stalk like she did in debut. This little drop down in class. She won going away at 6 in debut. I think she can kind of sit just off of Crossing the Valley and upset this field at a good price here for Gary Cap.
All right, so you're going for a little knockout punch here in the first leg of the pick 6 and middle pick 4. 10-1 shot on top here with the 2, Sybil's Prophecy. We both used the 4 here, Crossing the Valley. We have a video spotlight of her last race, November 9th, right here at Laurel Park at this nickel 2 life level, going 6 furlongs. A good second this day for trainer Robbie Bales.
Absolutely. She rode the best part of the racetrack, and what really flattered her, Midnight Crossing came back for Damon and company to win. And I think be like a 4 or 5 time, maybe a 6 time win in Lady Kim. Okay, that bodes well. That certainly enhances her chance. 7/8, that's the key. You know, and can she run that race back? She took pressure every step of the way, as did Sybil's Prophecy. These two kind of just leave each other alone just a little bit. They may be able to dictate it and run and open up on these kind of closers around the turn. Interesting little horse race, especially for that run into the turn.
All right, and we do have a rider change on the 6, Conquest Hard Cherry. Make the rider Alex Cintron. Victor Carrasco off his mounts today. Nothing serious, just a mild stomach flu or something. He'll be okay, but Carrasco off his mounts today. You get Cintron on the 6, Conquest Hard Cherry. Let's get a quick commercial break here. When we come back, late pick 5, paid well yesterday. Starts in race 5. I have a ticket. We'll check it out right after this. All right, well, there's a commercial for our sister track down there at Hollandale Beach, South Florida, Gulfstream Park. They open up for their big championship meet, one of the most prestigious meets in the country. The top horses, top trainers, top jockeys, they're all going to be down there at Gulfstream Park. All your nice 2-year-olds, soon-to-be 3-year-olds, your Preakness prospects down there at Gulfstream Park right now.
Yeah, this is the time of the year you see some emerging 2-year-olds, and then take it into the 3-year-old year, the 3-year-old campaign, and Gulfstream's certainly a hotbed for that young talent. So, yeah. You ever been to Gulfstream?
Yeah, I went there once a few years ago for the Fountain of Youth Day and had a good time. Cool. It's a beautiful track, beautiful weather. You see all the top names in the game down there. So always fun at Gulfstream. You can watch all the simulcast action from Gulfstream Park right here at Laurel Park. Let's dive into our late pick 5 today. Starts in race 5. No carryover. It paid well yesterday. As always, that industry low 12% takeout. Let's check out my ticket of $48 $5 play. I'm 4 deep here in race 5. I go with the 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I can get a little price with the 6, win place or show no for Dale and Wistman, 6-1 on the 6 here in race 5. My single comes in race 6. That's a nice allowance race for filly mares going 6 furlongs. I'll single there on the 7, 'Cause I'm Edgy from the Kelly Rubley barn. Sheldon Russell will ride. We have a video of her big race last out, a good second at this level, going 7 furlongs. Coming off the layoff, first start Rubley barn, now second start Rubley barn. We cut back to 6 furlongs. I think the 7, 'Cause I'm Edgy in race 6, is going to be an awful popular favorite, a tough favorite to beat. Let's take a look here at the 5th race. We're going 6 furlongs here in race 5. Scratch the 1 note away and the 2 impactful. This race is 16,000 starter allowance for 3 and up. Optional claiming 25,000. I go for a horse that's in for the tag here. The 9-year-old who's made over 400,000, a 12-time winner. The 4, Blue Wide Gold. He's an Argentinian bred for trainer Tim Kreiser. Rider change, make the rider Carol Cedeno. Carol Cedeno on the 4, and on the 5, Take Your Place, make the rider Freddie Patroche. Freddie Patroche on the 5, Take Your Place. But how about the 9-year-old? Now, my only concern is he's 0 for 3 here at Laurel Park, but he's in good form. He had a sharp win at Penn National last out. Kreiser having a monster year, good stats here this fall. So I'll go with the 9-year-old on top here, Blue White Gold.
Obviously, his best efforts of recently are up at Penn National. He loves the track up there. Kreiser hits it an awfully big clip everywhere he goes, and this one certainly fits. He had Data M2 back against Orinoco. That field, that might have been a little bit tougher when you really break it down again than this group. I think Blue Gold is going to be able to kind of make that quick middle move. He's going to have to kind of reel in the speed. Cowboy Miz, the 1A looks like the speed, but the blinkers go on the 6. Well, horse you're going to use win, place, or show. Oh, no. For Dale, I think he kind of goes into it. The bottom horse, not quite the same horse as what he once was. It's the Journey. He loomed last time, a little flattening. I'll take the 5. Freddie Peltroshi riding here for picking up the mount instead of Carrasco. Faced strong horses the last couple. That Admiral Lynch, he was third to Chick Lang. I mean, some good sprinters there, some hard knockers, one and done. Why not? He's held okay form since being claimed for 35. It's a little drop in class for him. Might just get it done. And he's been fine off the claim. He's about 17, 18%. I like the 5 in here as a little bit better price value than your 4.
It's a nice sprint. I go with the horse who's made 400,000. You go with the horse that's made $250,000. So a nice sprint here in race 5 to kick off that late pick 5. Let's turn the page. Race 6, a nice first level allowance condition for filly mares 3 and up, going 6 furlongs. We kick off the late pick 4 here in race 6. Let's start with the 7 and the 9. I have the 7 on top here. The 7 is 'Cause I'm Edgy, my best bet of the day. You have the 9, 3 Hawk on top. They come out of the same race. Let's show you the race from November 2nd, going 7 furlongs against Allowance Company. The 1A, 'Cause I'm Edgy, the gray on the lead, in front, finishes a good second. 3 Hawk finishes 5th in this race.
Yeah, takes all the pressure, and this was, some horses that were really in good form right there. Estorina and Warm, we know what she was on. She threw a couple races that were just absolutely huge. 'Cause I'm Edgy handles pressure into the lane. Just going to be second best in here willingly at the 7 furlong distance. Comes back to the 6 today. As shown, she can sit just off of it. It was, first race off a little bit of a break, a new barn. And we know Kelly Rubley, she's pretty reliable, Stan.
Sure.
You got to understand that. The horse I'm going to use a little bit is the 8. Is the 9 in here today. 3 Hawk was the 8 that particular day. She was just caught wide every step of the way. Really couldn't get it going. Another one second off of layout. With the speed in this race, I think there's enough for the 9 to drop down inside and kind of make that run she did back in April where she was inside and swung out to go by the speed. So I'll use 3 Hawk here 'Cause I'm Edgy. These two look like the 2 to beat. That there's Gold. It's a little bit of a clunker. Came down, bounced off of that bigger effort on October the 14th. She did have the supposed bias in her favor on the 10th. So I'll use her in here because I think she's faced seasoned sprinters, and I like that. She's really kind of holding okay form for Valora Tester, and they're the 3 for me in here. 216 is going to be your speed. And if anybody's wondering, I guess Pimentel usually riding for Rubley. They've got Arifana up in New York today.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where they are.
All right, well, we wish Pimentel well up there. We like the same for filly and mares there in race 6. Let's turn the page here. Race 7 to kick off the final pick 3. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000, filly and mares 3 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months, never won 4. Those are the conditions. Let's start here. Well, I don't use your horse at all. The 6, Wee Money Creek. Let's start right there. A 10-1 shot you have on top. We have the video of her last race, 4-year-old daughter of Orientate. Here's the race from November 9th. Also, the 8 comes out of this race here. Fender Baby, the favored.
Yeah, Fender Baby is going to battle on the inside this particular day. She is the 4-horse battling with Cocktail Waitress. And Wee Money Creek was out wide after breaking a little bit slowly. You see in the purple silks. Made that wide middle move, but just really couldn't sustain through the final 3/16 of a mile. A little bit of a fade. And once again, against the grain of the racetrack that day. I liked Wee Money Creek. I'm going to give her another shot because I know she's going to be a good price. I need the favorites here, Jazzy Juder, Fender Baby, to regress a little bit. And at this lower level, we know that can happen, Stan.
Sure.
Jazzy Juder ran awfully big off of a layoff from September 9th of 19 to November of the 14th, a little over 2 months there. And, boy, she looked like she was home free leaving the 8th pole. Couldn't hold off Joyful Noise. It should be tough right back, but why not? Wee Money Creek can sit and circle and make a run into it. Fender Baby, though, she could be the speed and control it.
Well, you want to talk about a suspect favorite. Let's talk about the 67,000-pound gorilla in the room here for this filly. Beaten favorite last out. Now, that was against Open Nickel. She finds a beaten nickel condition today, so an easier race. But the barn's 4 for 61, 7%. The rider's 1 for 54 this year. And this filly's 9-5. You could have gotten any top 10 rider in the room to take the call here. Maybe this guy Calderon knows the mare, gets on her in the morning or something. But you have Russell in here. You have Caramano's Angel Cruz on your top pick. And
that's the game, Stan. Finding suspect favorites, and if you have an opinion, that's what's beautiful about the game. That's when you step in and attack. You just toss. I mean, there's a race earlier today. I'm kind of against a shorter price. That's how you make money in the game.
All right, so we both go against the 9-5. We both use her, but we don't pick her on top. The 8, Fender Baby, maybe a suspect favored here in race 7. The 2 I have on top, Michael Gorham. This filly, she ran big last out, coming off a little bit of a layoff. Now running right back here in about 2 weeks. So I think this 6-year-old mare is in good form. Jazzy Juder, she's a 2-time winner here at Laurel Park. You get Russell for the always crafty Michael Gorham. So we like a few of the same horses here. All right, let's turn the page. Stronach 5 starts in race 8, the popular national wager with that guaranteed $100,000 pool, industry low, 12% takeout. It's going to be well played today because Gulfstream Park back in the mix with their championship meet. Let's show you the lineup of races. Starts Laurel Park, race 8, 3:52 Eastern Time. Golden Gate Fields, race 2 is leg B. Leg C, Laurel Park, race 9. Then leg D, Gulfstream Park, race 9. Leg E, Gulfstream Park, race 10. Let's check out my ticket real quick for the Stronach 5, a $64 play. And there it is in the opening leg here, Laurel Park. I have the 4 chicken dinner on top, but the 3 weekend flyer could pull off the mild upset. I use the 2 favors at Golden Gate Fields, the 2 and the 5. My single comes on the 8-5 favored in leg C, Laurel Park, race 9. The 1 Silent Fluidity for trainer Cal Lynch. I single on that 3-year-old filly by Animal Kingdom. Then the tough races are at Gulfstream Park. 2 big fields going long on the turf. I'm 4 deep in each of those spots. So there's my pick, $64 play. Good luck in the 2 legs. Hopefully I'm right about the 2 legs here at Laurel Park because the 2 legs at Gulfstream Park are awfully tough. That's why we're going to have a big handle in this bet today.
Absolutely. They've been just waiting for it, the fans down at Gulfstream now with that big crowd that they're going to have, all the focus there and what it allows you to do. And what we talked about it before, it brings more focus to your product as well, whether it be Laurel, Golden Gate, or Gulfstream. So, I expect a good handle for the Stronach 5.
All right, here we go. Race 8. It's a nickel 2 life. Filly and mares 3 and up, 7 furlongs. We both have winner, chicken dinner on top for owner-trainer Greg Wilson. Angel Cruz will ride. This horse had a real impressive maiden score back in July. And they tried the turf. She actually ran okay on the turf. Then the starter allowance was just too tough. Jumping Michelle, who was second in that race, Jumping Michelle came back to win by 7 yesterday. She finally got to the right level last out, this 5,002 life level on November 9th. She ran a big second that day. Angel Cruz back aboard today. She's going to have some speed. I think she gets a real nice stalking trip here. So I think the 4 Chicken Dinner is going to be a tough favorite to beat. Big, nice 8-horse field, no scratches. 8-horse field, Laurel Park, race 8 to kick off the Stronach 5.
Trying to get that extra furlong, but she was against the grain a little bit. 3 wide on the 9th, a favorable inside day. I thought she was going to be able to throw that killer punch on the turn, and she didn't. She couldn't shake free of Come On Cali, but was dead game coming back at that rival in the end. The 3 weekend flyer is going to be up on the engine for Avery Wisman, a user. How about Marjorie Muggs maybe to use in your tries, and maybe underneath in the exacts. 46 tries, hard to put on top with only 1 win, but has won at the 7 furlong distance.
Yep, and a rider change on the 6 Marjorie Muggs. Make the rider Victor Rosales, the bug. He's still a bug. Victor Rosales on the 6 Marjorie Muggs there in race 8. So that's leg A of the Stronach 5. Leg B, Golden Gate Fields, race 2. Leg C of the Stronach 5, Laurel Park, race 9. It's also the Quinella race here in race 9. Every last live race is Quinella time. That's a low 10% takeout on the Quinella. It's a $2 exacta box, but you say Quinella and you get that low 10% takeout. Last live race, every racing day, we have the Quinella. Let's take a look here at race 9. Maiden claiming $40,000 for the filly mares 3 and up, going 6 furlongs. Let's start with the 3. Got to have a holiday. You have on top. We have a video spotlight, a rider change on this mare today. Make the rider Alex Cintron. The weight's going to be 124. Here's the start at Parks last out.
Yeah, you see that. Just broke a little bit slow, a little bit bobble right there. And I tell you, Carmouche does a nice job. Gets his horse a settle. She was just a touch rank. Look at this, soon after the start. This is what caught my eye. She's making a move, and I tell you, she advanced into the pace pretty easily, well within herself. But watch this right now. Come on, let's get into her a little bit. Leaders just kind of got away.
Sure.
Maybe they just felt, hey, first off the layoff, just she didn't quite have it all together. Gets into her for the final 1/8 of a mile, and continues on okay, I think. But second off of a layoff, Michelle Nevin, a little chilly, hasn't seen the winter circle in a little while, right, around here. But, man, brings back some good numbers. A 2-back trial being on a sloppy track certainly works. Just needs to break a little bit better. And you saw, that horse can make a quick move. Needs to do that to get the jump on the 1. Silent Fluidity. He certainly looks like turning back in distance is going to make her a major player in the nightcap.
Yeah, I go with the 1 on top, 3-year-old daughter of Animal Kingdom out of a Kitten's Joy mare here for Cal Lynch. The barn's rolling this whole year. They're having a big, strong fall meet in the Cal Lynch barn. Xavier Perez, they're 26% here in Maryland with a nice positive ROI. They've been on a roll recently. This filly, a big second last out, going a mile. So I love to cut back here to 6 furlongs. Lynch, 25% route to sprint. So Silent Fluidity. She just needs to get a good trip. Hopefully she doesn't get in trouble on the inside. The X-Man can have a clear sailing turning for home. I think he's on the best filly.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine getting a trip with her. Some speed maybe from the 4 Dash or even the 6 Kickstart My Heart, who was up with the flow early, decided to take back, and the leaders just kind of got away. Take Charge Matriarch came back to win. Now coming back to a fast track, I think the 6 is a pace presence for certainly a long way in the finale.
All right, so race 9, Laurel Park is leg C of the Stronach 5. Then we wrap it up, leg D, Gulfstream, race 9. That's a big field, long on the turf. And then Gulfstream, race 10 is leg E, another big field, long on the turf. So good luck on the Stronach 5. Yeah. It starts, Laurel Park, race 8. Nice carryover in our Rainbow Pick 6. That's over 5,600. That starts in race 4. Guys Day Out. You can win tickets to next year's Preakness and Black Eyed Susan. So looking forward to a big day here once again. again.
Absolutely, and I tell you, kudos to everybody here. I walked around. We had some time in between races to really kind of see what was going on. The place was a buzz yesterday.
Yep.
Food and beverage people, boy, they had their hands
They were
full.
busy, yeah.
And great job by all of them. I know my friends always go down and see the pizza lady, Karen and Maria, working the grill,
Yep.
raising a contract, guys. I'm telling you, they had their hands full, and they weathered the storm perfectly. So everybody involved on that side of this, not maybe the gambling side, but the hospitality side.
Sure.
Great job yesterday.
All right, we'll do it once again today. Dave Robin, he's coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.